everybody? It's your girl Toya, aka Sunshine, and I am back with another vibe. Okay, so earlier I know y'all heard me trying to come on here and introduce the video, and Mother Nature was not on my side. The squirrels were squirreling. I didn't even know the squirrels made noise, but they were out here doing this thing. I didn't want to interrupt, so I took a pause. But here I am. I'm super excited about this video. As you can tell from the title, this is one of those informative videos, and I just wanted to take it easy, be in my element, and really just have a conversation about some things that I've learned along the way that I feel like will definitely help anybody who looks in on this video. So if you're looking to make some life changes, this video is definitely for you. If you have already started making life changes and changing some of your habits, and looking just for some other ways in which you can be your best self, this video is for you. And it's also just for those who may have already endured some of these things and can just relate. So, and you might get some new information. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you join the vibes. Hope you guys are feeling me in different environments, trying out different things. I have some new equipment, mics and stuff that I really hope the sound is cool. I'm trying something new, so we shall see how it rolls, guys. But we are here, so let's go ahead and get started, right? So from the title, this video is going to be about some habits or things that I have done or had to make changes to in my life that has positively impacted my life. It just helped me in so many freaking ways, guys. I am a Gemini. I am a person who gets a lot of my lessons through observations, and because of that, sometimes I can learn without having to go through things, but I also require discipline in order for me to be my best self. And I know that, but I've learned that, and it's been confirmed time and time again over the years. So I'm just giving a little context to myself and who I am, so that you can understand why these things have helped me over time. So let's go ahead and get started. Guys, so here my audio got real fluid, okay? And I wanted to talk about one of the things that changed my life, being consumption. Literally, not just what I'm eating, but the things that I am taking in from music, the things that I'm watching on television or on my phone, who I choose to engage in conversations with, just all of these things, and just understanding how consumption of all of these things can either influence me, it can guide different decisions and choices that I make or have made in the past. And so identifying that, hey, just not monitoring and managing what I'm eating is enough. It's also the monitoring and managing of all of those things that I am actually taking in on a daily basis. And I also go on to just talk about just re-mentioning my morning routines and understanding how to really dominate my days through different, of course, habits in my routine, but also understanding, like, in order to do that, making sure that at the top of my day, that before I give my time and attention to anything else, I'm monitoring first thing when I get up what I'm actually watching, what I'm actually consuming. So things for me, not getting on social media first thing when I get up, so that all of my decisions, the things that I do, the things that I consume, it is of a healthier nature, so that I can be my absolute best self. So monitoring those things right when I get up, and saying no to certain things. So I'm just fully aware of everything that I am taking in, so that all of my decisions are guided by me listening to myself. So consumption has really been one of those things that have really changed my life for the better.
So the next thing that has changed my life for the better, I would say, has to be discipline. Okay, I mentioned earlier in this video that I know that I require discipline, and I require it in many different ways. The reason why I require discipline is
I require discipline my because of the way that my life is set up. I have worked very hard to set up a life of ease and leisure. Like that is the ultimate goal, to get out of this rat race that we're in. Live a life of leisure and ease, right? And with that, I work I work for myself, right? With So I'm able to work for myself and with my partner. And the way that we live our life is unconventional, right? And I love that, right? But with that freedom and flexibility, because I require that in so many ways in my life, I also need the structure and the discipline in order to fulfill certain things in my life and to reach certain goals. So I have to be disciplined, and carry out these different practices, right? So that discipline provides consistency for me in my life, and I need consistency. It goes back to some of those traumas and things for me as well that I'm working through, but that discipline helps me to be consistent with me, with Toya. And that's a big thing that's happened for me in this season of my life, realizing the requirement for me to be consistent with myself first, because that for me forms healthy habits, right? So through discipline, I'm able to plan strategically and really focus on one thing at a time and actually seeing it through, actually getting to the finish line. So some of the ways in which I practice that discipline is through healthy habits on a daily. So things such as making sure that I have my grand goals, but there are certain habits that I want to have and that I want to perform on a daily basis, and I ensure that I have those things listed out and that I'm able to really look at and see that I'm hitting those targets every day, whether that is getting up and meditating and praying, or doing yoga, working out a few times a week, reading, whatever those healthy habits that I want to make consistent. I make a practice of doing those things, right? And through those healthy habits, they form lifestyles for me, which contribute to my bigger goals. So consistency is important. I know that I like to do this through life and try to go with the flow and do that in a lot of spaces, but for me, inner me, little Toya, big Toya, medium Toya, grown Toya, I gotta have some discipline in order for me to meet those bigger goals, right? So yeah.
okay, so the next habit or thing that had to be changed for me would be my perception. This came with just a grand old awakening that happened years ago. I don't know the year, but it happened, and I was literally not present for a lot of years that I probably thought I was, but not in the way that I would have liked to be. Wasn't present. So because of the information that I was receiving from people who might have gone on the spiritual journey prior to me, just readings and things, but it took seeds being dropped along the way from from people that I just adore, I love so much. But that, with a combination of just my own knowing and awareness, all at the same time, created this thing where I started looking at the world differently, started looking at people differently, seeing past like the veil, as people would say, or beyond, and really seeing myself for who I truly am, looking at my soul as opposed to like this body that I chose. But shifting my perspective has been huge for me because it allows me to see. It humanizes people. It humanized myself. It really showed me the value that was being placed on certain things, and it's also helped me so much with really not taking so much personally these days, and also really understanding that our perspectives are literally formed from our experiences, our traumas, and things of that nature. And everybody's perspective, because of that, is going to look different from yours. It shifting my perspective has helped me to really understand people on another level and really, truly fight for that understanding, that compassion, and things of that nature. So my perspective shift has truly aided me in becoming my better self. Yes.
So the next thing is huge for me. Literally life changing. Doing the freaking work. Okay? So to give you guys a little bit of context, you have to know yourself. You have to know when things get tough, when you get triggered, when you get uncomfortable feelings, are you able to stand up in it? Are you able to see things through when those things come up? Do you run? Do you hide? Do you avoid? What are your habits? When you understand those things about yourself, then it's like, hey, I see what I have to do. I see where I can improve. For me, yes, I'm able to push through uncomfortable moments in my life because of how I experienced life growing up. It's not foreign to me, okay? But I understood that I also have been a runner in certain situations when I wanted to avoid certain things in doing the work in order to get to what I needed. Running is a lot. It's so fucking easy, y'all. Running is easy. Avoiding tough conversations, avoiding tough jobs or the work to get to that next level is so easy to avoid it, to run and hide. And once you realize those things, you realize also too how easy it is to not run, to stand up in it, to be brave and face your fucking self, face your fears. Even if the whole way through you are shaking, you have to say, keep going, I'm not scared. Your voice might shake. Whatever the case may be, as long as you show up and do it, oh my gosh, the reward. So really getting in here with myself and doing the work, that is what it looks like. Not running, showing up for myself, healing, seeking therapy, finding the tools that I need in order to feel comfortable enough to stand up, be brave, and face myself. Facing your fears is one of the biggest things that you can do in order to avoid running, in order to avoid not doing, in order to avoid not showing up for yourself. Really getting to the root of my issues, asking the hard questions, asking the whys, and really sitting with myself until I find the answers, writing that junk out so that I can see what is going on, so that I can answer the questions, so that I can get to the next level. I avoided me for a while, and I would show up in other areas and not avoid other people and their shit, but me, I would run sometimes. But I realize now how important not running and showing up for myself and actually doing the work is, and I won't go back. I won't go back. I can kick and scream the whole way, like I said, but those are some of the ways in which I've had to sit down, face myself, and really do the work. It's so worth it, y'all. So worth it.
Okay, so the next thing is full acceptance. Y'all, this was key in a lot of things too. Really looking at myself, really looking at my life, and fully accepting me for who I truly am. And of course, that's going to take really identifying and finding yourself again, if that is the case for you. For me, that was the case. Really understanding, like, even like going back to my childhood and understanding like who I've always been, who I always knew I was, who I love myself to be. Then getting that energy, going back, loving that person, and carrying it all the way through high school, through middle school, through college, to where I am now, full accepting of myself, wholly, myself in the past, the present, and actually accepting of others and who they actually are too, and understanding that I don't have to accept certain. So I can accept the person, but I don't have to accept certain behaviors from those people. So if that means that my acceptance of them, knowing it doesn't align with myself, who I am right now, that is okay. And loving myself through those things, loving myself through accepting of myself. And everybody won't accept me as I am, and as I've grown, and being okay with that as well. So accept it.
Okay, so another thing that was important for me has been, along with that acceptance, really forgiving myself. I know this is like a topic that so many people can relate to. Forgiveness, not only of others, but for yourself. Shit is monumental. I've had to learn to forgive myself. I've had to learn to forgive figures in my life, in my past, in my current life. But that self-forgiveness, it hits different, because in order to move forward in life, you must start at the root, which is you. And others too. Now, maybe your sources as well, because that's been a big thing. But I learned to forgive myself through others, if that makes sense, especially with the forgiveness of my dad, acceptance of my dad, but really looking at myself and saying in the mirror, sometimes I chant, I forgive you, Toya. I love you, but I forgive you. I forgive you for not knowing. I forgive you for knowing and still doing. I forgive you for all of it. I forgive you for your choices. Just whatever I need to line up with in my life and practice forgiveness with, I have to start with me. So looking myself in the mirror and really fully standing in that shit, it takes time, and I'm still working on that, but I promise you that opens up so many other spaces in your life for good things to flow in, for you to unblock yourself from the inability to receive certain things. It is truly life-changing and mind-shifting. So that forgiveness has been a big thing for me as well. And lastly, like one of the biggest things has been being brave. Being brave. I've had to really fight for where I am, and I've watched people so close to me, around me, the generation before me that raised us and myself, to be a lot more fearful. I had to stand, and I knew that I needed to be one of those people that went against the grain. That was the rebel that some people might call, I hear this word disruptor going around.
Bringing it back to those things, but being brave and really standing up for myself, showing up for myself, speaking up for myself, using my voice, using the tools that are God given, understanding my calling and my purpose in my life, and not being afraid to get that, to have that, and to do it in a way with ease.
All these things that might have been working against me, I know my role was to disrupt all of these things, to fight against it, to be brave, to step out against, to be who I am. But I had to fight for those things. So I had to be brave at an early age and at multiple stages in my life, and I still get scared. I still have fear, but I cast out the fear because I understand what fear does. I see it. I saw how it rampaged through my family, and how it held people back in my life, and I refuse to let fear determine my life, guide my decisions, my thoughts and things. So me acting out upon that, I knew, and well, I know that every day I have to be brave in all of my decision making, and all that I am, I practice being brave. I have to face the fear. I call it out. I go against it, and that has helped me to get to where I am as well. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful. These are 8 things, habits that I've created, things that I've done that changed my life, that it has enhanced my life for the better. I hope that you can take these things, use them, or build some other habits to enhance your life, because it's so important. Stay tuned for the next video. Again, let me know what you guys think in